It's your boy Matt here. Okay, this video goes out to my friends in the intelligence community. Fuck you guys. Let's be clear with what you guys do and how you guys cannot really call yourself the intelligence community. You're the procedural fuckwit community. What you guys do is that you do stupid shit over and over again because that's your job. Your job is to fulfill a fucking spreadsheet and go, okay, hey everyone, this person, they're related to this criminal organization or an organization that we decide we don't like because just politically they're a bit too left wing. They're just a little bit too left wing, right? We need them to hate to hate Palestinians and like the Jews better, or hate this particular group of Muslims or something, or they need to be white nationalists. If they're white nationalists, we're okay with them a lot of the time because that's what makes up a large amount of the military. And if we don't have that, we don't have our fucking base. But we look at these people, we put them in a category, and then we're like, enemy team, cause as much damage to them as possible. But of course that's not how the world works. But we've given away the flagging, the identification of these people and groups and their fucking values and their political opinions to these autistic shitfuck 20-year-olds. Like, often younger than that. And I'm not saying this as a person who dislikes young people. I'm still almost in that camp. But we've passed it on to these fucking morons who are associated with intelligence. And they don't do a good job of it, and they can't, and it's a result of their process. You can't just flag, oh, this person is a social democrat, therefore they're a threat to our fucking democracy. And then be like, ruin his fucking life. That's right. And these fuckers, they have these conservative leanings all the fucking time. They're all very strange people. But they'll be like, this guy studied Marx. This guy read Karl Marx's work. That must mean that he's an old school communist. It's like, no, that's a very diverse tradition. Everyone who has any understanding about economic history studied Marx. You'd be a fuckwit not to. He was a great scholar for what he did. Don't agree with his end conclusions, but he fucking had some shit nailed down pretty well, man. Like, he's like, it was more for the 18th century where we were still using material to create value, and the implements of the workplace to be able to use them to create value, such as the steamworks, the fucking sawmill, all these massively useful not public utilities, commercial enterprises, which allowed a person's labor to create so much more value. And he was able to identify that. And he was able to identify that, hey, a lot of people are being exploited by this system because it's always about creating value for the person who owns the means of production. And as a person who owns means of production, it's like, yeah, man, thanks, Carl. You gave some pretty fucking good feedback. You shaped my view up until now, and you shaped my view into the future, and it's not entirely wrong. But the reality is that just getting people to do shit's a lot more difficult than just being like, hey, everyone come together and hug each other and hope that everything you do goes to help everyone else. People are jealous, they're bitter, they form social hierarchies no matter what they fucking do. And what you need to do is that you need to take charge, you need to create the social hierarchy, and you need to be, if you're a community leader, you need to find a way to be on top of it, and then make sure that rewards are going towards behaviours which are beneficial for everyone. Because shit does not work like in Marx's utopia. We learned that from the Soviet Union, not because they didn't try and follow Marx, but because the reality is that whenever you have people are a social animal which seeks authority, power, and structure, and they will fucking carve that out of whatever fucking economic model you put before them. Okay? And in my situation, being just a person who does good corporate work, bro, that's actually far more effective than most people who call themselves a fucking socialist or communist will ever fucking do. And that's why I call myself a social democrat, because I acknowledge the place for the private sector. I acknowledge the importance of taxation. Taxation is exceedingly important. We should absolutely tax the rich. There's no fucking resentment with that with me. I look forward to hopefully paying a large amount of tax. But the biggest thing is to understand that you need to be able to provide people incentives to do useful things, and people left to their own devices will not do useful things. Like, they will organize themselves into some hierarchy or another to feel special about themselves, and you see this most frequently. And yeah, I'm going there with it, like bands and punk rock bands and niche communities. You'll see people being like, I got the highest score on Fortnite, I got the most kills of anyone in my school, or my band, it got so many likes on Instagram, and we had these people come out, and we got this because we're being so, authentic to the culture and shit. It's like, no, bro, no, you stupid shit fucks. Like, all you've done is that you've just changed the structure of social hierarchy to something else, which you are more comfortable with competing in, and you should feel comfortable competing in that. Everyone needs to find an avenue, and this is a human need which is very useful, and capitalism and wealth is not the best one for it. Right, it's one that I've had to use, because if I don't get people doing useful shit. And also I've had enough of living in a fucking homeless shelter. But you'll see this, like, with people branching out, they'll be like, oh dude, you've sold out to the man. And it's like, no man, I never sold out. It's just that you've sold yourself to something else, and you're unwilling to acknowledge the incentive structure which exists in your life. Because we all live inside incentive structures. Our brain exists as what neuroscientists are now describing as an association machine. So I did a bit of neuroscience at university. Some people would say, hey, the brain, it's most of the parts of it, they're associated with functioning around imaging and things like this. But it's not about imaging. The only reason why we remember imaging and senses, the 5 senses, your nose, your mouth, your ears, whatever fucking's going up your anus or whatever, like, the reason why we have these senses is so that we can make associations. Part of being a social animal is making those associations in a social context and understanding how we're situated between our fellow man. What needs to be said is that we need to be able, like, I have realized I need to be able to make associations and direct behavior using money, right? Other people are like, I'm going to do a much shitter version of this by being like, I'm more authentic, and I like how that bass player is funny, and everyone in our community thinks that we're like the hippest shit. It's like, fuck off, right? People are complicated. You want to get real world results, you learn how to use the real world and the social world, and you learn how to use money. You can't deny it. It is a force of nature, and if you can't master it, you are so fucked when it comes to the political organization world. Right, have a good day, everyone.